anything if as long as you just stay
I have to stay
in
there?
frame.
Oh.
Yeah, I mean if you can stay sitting where you were.
Yeah,
and
okay.
just-
Yeah.
And then whatever you want to do if you want to.
Yeah.
Or just sit.
Yeah, or I can paint a little bit if you want me to paint a little bit.
Sure.
I can do that. This is the first ballet shoe with actually sticker on it. So it really works. So that is really, yeah.
How did you make that?
I just started painting. And I used to dance on points myself a lot. And and I was just like, I never thought about bringing paint on a point shoe, but it really straight away it worked. And I found the shape, and I brought my dance calligraphy on it, and I thought it's so pretty, and I just loved. And then I just love, and I thought I give every shoe a positive name, because when you dance on points it's bloody painful. You know, I remember myself, you know, the blood I had in the shoes within the performance when I was dancing. I thought I give every shoe a positive name, like Blossom, Bliss, Classy, and you know, also to encourage the ballerinas to keep dancing and putting the shoes on. And it was really nice because I was in an interview, and I got like from two girls, like in this Dance Informer magazine, and I don't know if I should mention that, but I got two replies from two younger ballerinas. One was 15, one was 17, and they were so happy that there was someone there with this idea to support them to put on the point shoes, because it was so painful, and that there was someone out there to bring some positivity to a point shoe. Yeah, because it's oftentimes very related to a lot of pain and suffering. And we had a saying when I was young and when I danced, it was like, yeah, when you want to be beautiful, you have to suffer. Yeah, that's how we kept on dancing. But I'm not dancing on points anymore. You know, I don't only do no flat. But I know the pain, and I love to work with point. I love to work with shoes. And then I was working with the shoes and the smell, and it's like, and the material, and then I suddenly realized, my grandfather, he was a shoemaker. I never knew him. Yeah, or hardly, because he died, you know, when I was like maybe like 5 or 6 years old. I never really actually have memories of him working in his studio to repair shoes. But then I thought, my God, he was a shoemaker. So it must be something in the genes, you know, to love to work with shoes, but you know, different kind of shoes. But it felt very nice. I thought it has to be like this.
One thing I actually did want to ask is,
Yeah.
so you had like a practical, real job,
Yes.
not in the arts,
No, not at all.
and you decided to leave it to go back to the arts.
Well, when I was young, I always wanted to become a ballerina. Okay, so that was my passion. I performed a lot, 14 years old, and you know, so. But I was actually very much encouraged, say manipulated, by parents to do an economic study. So I did 2 studies. I finished like. We say that in the Netherlands is kind of an higher economic business school, and I finished like the university. So I did. This is like in Amsterdam, the Free University, like a study called Culture, Organization and Management. So that prepares you for management, organization, strategic solution finding, and consultancy. I graduated, did both, and I worked for maybe 7-8 years in consultancy, like an upskill agency. Was actually part of an American big company in The Hague to advise clients about their marketing, communication internally and externally, to clients outside or inside the company, how to improve communication flows and culture, how to create a certain culture and things like that. It was a very strategic job, a lot of writing, a lot of advising, and I was good at it, but I never liked it. Yeah, I always felt I have more to offer. And then at a certain point, one of our famous politicians got shot in the Netherlands, and it was around the elections, and we had a lot of work because of these elections, bringing politicians together and stuff. No, and then they had to let me go and someone else too, because we were the latest who came into that agency. And then I was alone a long time. I ended a long relationship and I was alone a lot. And that's when I discovered my painting talent. I just started painting. I actually had bought a brush set for my ex-boyfriend. He never used it, so I started doing it. Yeah, and that's also, I think it's so important because a lot of people, especially also in my country, have this idea about being alone is so negative. But for me, it brought so many things. Without being alone, I would never have discovered this painting talent. And personally, I really think that everyone has a talent and a gift, but you have to be kind of alone to get in touch with that and to give it time and space. Yeah, because when I started, it just came out of my hand and I was like, what's this? But I really thought this is something unique, I have to pursue it. So, and it takes a lot of courage also to make a career change and to do things to do that. But I think really like this paradigm about aloneness is not good. I really think it should really change to, I think everyone should have several years in their life to be alone, to find out who they are and find out their talents, and I think there will be more happy people in this world.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah, I know you agree. I know you know what I'm talking about. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you want to try to get the...
Yeah, can we
Yeah.
get the room tone just
Sound?
for sorry. Yeah. And just you know, doing
Do my thing.
yeah.
All right.
I'll let you know when it's been
When it's rolling, you mean?
it's rolling now, so I'm just
Okay.
gonna give it a minute and then I'll
Yeah,
and
then
then
I
I'll
paint
let
it
you
a
know.
little more. I'm not supposed to say anything, right?
Mhm. Awesome.
Yeah.
So I guess we're good unless you have another question or if you have anything to add.
Let me see. Well, in general, I think it's great you guys do this because I think it's. I was thinking about it. I think it's of tremendous value. It's never done before, and I think it's of tremendous value. It's going to be of tremendous value in the future because there's so many interesting girls here.
We just need to find them so that we can talk to them.
Yeah, and to want to cooperate.
Yeah.
Because
I
I think like the Spanish
yeah.
girl now, she's just new here. She's already afraid to mention that the Wi-Fi is not working. To the management, and I say, oh, geez, come on, you know?
I spoke with Betsy a couple of days ago. She doesn't want to be filmed.
Yeah, I talked
But
to her.
she
Yeah.
just spoke to me. She had so many great things to say.
Yeah, she has.
She's a very
exactly.
intelligent person.
Exactly.
And I was like, she would have been so great to film,
Yes,
but
yeah.
I understand why she doesn't.
Well, I talked to her, and because I know she's not an artist, so she looks at the difference. She looks at it more from her own viewpoint because she's a social worker. And she explained to me also, like one time she had a threat already from someone. Yeah.